Hello everyone and welcome to a special video. It's like a I'm going to call it topic talk. I think I used to do these here, or maybe just did one of them though back, when I actually did videos on a bit more regular basis. Where I talk about a certain topic, whether it's a game, series, films, passion, wrestling, life, etc. And today I'm going to talk about a certain gaming series that's near and dear to my heart. And because of the fact is that recently fans like myself thought it was pretty much dead in the water. Like, we were never going to see another edition of this series. But basically our prayers were answered in the form of a Kickstarter last month during the Sony E3 press conference, where Yu Suzuki came out and basically after the video and basically said we're doing a Kickstarter for Shenmue 3. Like, of course you knew what the game series was. Like, if for you people who know me for quite some time, you pretty much know how much I love this series. It's just one of those gaming series that I, fell in love with first when I first played it back in 2000. And the thing is, as well, though, I don't know for people who are going to try and play it now in 2015, because some people, especially fans who never experienced the game back then, some people would be like, why does people like this game? But that's the fact is, that's 15 years ago. Games have really grown a lot since 2000, and the gaming industry was a lot different back in 2000 and 2001 when the Dreamcast versions of the Shenmue 1 and 2 came out. But the fact is, I was one of those people who played them when they originally came out now, and therefore I have a not like a better understanding though, but I have a profound love for them, and therefore I probably have a way better understanding, I guess, even though I don't want to sound snobbish or something though, but the fact is, like, I played them when they first came out there, and therefore I have a I have a certain love for them because of the fact is I played them when it originally came out, as opposed to someone who is gonna try and play it maybe nowadays, or someone who might have played it like a few years ago or whatnot now. But I'm sure there's people out there who never played it when it originally came out, who might have just played it a few years ago, or a decade ago or so, and who knows, might have loved them as well. I don't know, there might be people out there who might have done that way. But a lot of people have, but I'm sure a lot of the people who love the Shenmue series are the ones who played it originally when it came out, where it was Shenmue 2 on the Dreamcast because it already came out in Europe and Japan, or on the Xbox when the North America got it then. It came out here on the Xbox as well, but North America, Shenmue 2 on the Xbox is the only version they ever got. And the difference between the Shenmue 2 on the Xbox and the Dreamcast, there's a few differences. One of them is the Xbox version has the English dub, and the Dreamcast version has the Japanese dub. And I remember this is a stupid thing to me, that was just a brain fart, being stupid, like I was 16 years old, but I was stupid. I actually thought I got the wrong version. I was like, because this is kind of like, I never experienced playing a game with a Japanese dub back then. I just remember playing on like, wait a minute, this is Japanese, what the hell, where's the English? It's only subtitles. And then I took it back to the game store and actually got switched because I thought they gave me the wrong version. And then I realized, oh wait, this is the version, this is the right version. There's no English in this version, it's only the Japanese dub. And to this day, it's the only game that I've ever played through in Japanese dub. I've never played through another game and it's like Japanese dub pretty much. So there's been many like RPGs and stuff like that's come out since that you can play in Japanese or in English, but it's the only one I've ever played through, and it's Japanese dub. And I love it absolutely love it. It's the only version I can play now. I played through the English dub on the Xbox, but I just can't go back and play through that one now. And also the other difference is, the Xbox version has these different like filters as well. These like different color filters. I think it has a photo mode as well or something. But it has like this different filters. You can switch between these filters. Like you can make it like black and white and like sepia and stuff like that. It's just weird, like for like making cool photos and things like that. Though that wasn't available in the Dreamcast version, but it's nothing to cry home about though. Like I prefer the Dreamcast version because of the Japanese dub. So I do. And it came out the following year, 2001. So it did in November, I believe it came out in Europe. And I loved Shenmue 2. That's my favorite of both of them. So it is. But when I always have them, they're in my top 5 video games of all time, both of them. But I always put them as one, as I just consider them like a series though. So I think it's pretty much number 5 at the moment though, but it's been quite some time since I've done like a top 10 video games of all time for me. But it's in my top 5, but I always have them as one rather than just like separate, so I do. But like I said, because I just think there was a one series, one journey of Ryo Hazuki pretty much tracking down his father's killer Lan Di, or Lung Sun Xiao, to track down the dragon mirror, and because Ryo Hazuki's got the Phoenix mirror at the time being, but he still has to track down Lan Di and avenge his father's death. That's the whole thing is about though. But there's so many different things that experiences. So like, what's the deal with the dragon and the Phoenix mirror and stuff like that though? And like, there's certain things you do find out throughout the game though, but especially since the way Shenmue 2 ended though, when you're in this cavern and activate this thing, and then at the end it shows like these big images of the dragon mirror and the Phoenix mirror, and like, okay, what's gonna happen next? And then nothing for so many years. We never got any follow up to that there. It was a Shenmue Online. It was supposed to happen in MMO. It got cancelled. There's this whole mobile thing, which is nothing. It just had the name Shenmue City or whatever it was, Shenmue Town. It pretty much, I think it actually happened, but it got cancelled. And now just nothing really for a bunch of years. And then all of a sudden, at E3, Shenmue 3 happened. Kickstarter. And it was looking for 2 million. It pretty much blew through that within 8 hours, and then it made another 4 odd million in the next month, and at the end it made $6.3 million, and it became the most funded video game. Became the most funded video game on Kickstarter all time, beating Bloodstained Ritual of the Night by Koji Igarashi, who's done Castlevania Symphony of the Night and all those Metroidvania games. But back to Shenmue. I said, I'm just so glad that Shenmue 3 exists. It's not one of those things that we are, shouting up. Like, we want Shenmue 3 to happen. It's actually happened now. The only thing that's sort of sad in a way is like, not all the stretch goals were reached though, because the fact is, the last one I was on there, they had like question marks though, so there might have been more if we actually reached there, but it only got up to 6.3, but there's still a bunch more that included like, ragdoll physics, which is weird for a stretch goal, and also like, expanded stuff to do in the other areas of the game, Bailey Village and stuff and that there. But you never know, but I believe at the end of the Twitch stream, to sort of celebrate the end of the Kickstarter, they did say that they're going to set up like a PayPal to continue funding, if you want to continue like funding pledging to the game, you can, and that might help reach some of those other stretch goals and get some of the get the more fuller, better Shenmue 3 experience though. Like, I don't know what to expect now from Shenmue 3 because it's been so many years since Shenmue 2 has come out, and the gaming industry is a lot different now as to it was back in 2001. Like, so many things have happened since then. It's just, the gaming industry has grown. It has matured in a way though, but it still has wings to grow, pretty much legs. Like, it still has a lot to learn in a way though. But the fact is, I don't know what to expect from Shenmue 3. To be honest though, if I basically just get, if how long as I get pretty much something along the lines of Shenmue series, walking around, talking to people, doing these little activities, just like spruced up and looks a little nicer and things like that, I'll be happy. Because I'm just setting my expectations on a certain level now. Like, I have an idea what to expect now. I'll just be disappointed if it's, you know, not as if it's nothing like, if it's a lot different to what made the first two games so beloved in my eyes, so you know, beloved, renowned in certain people's eyes, it's the fan base of Shenmue. So I don't know like what to expect now. But like I said, as long as it has, you know, different areas to explore, wherever it's Yamanose, you know, like going through Yamanose and the breakdown stuff like that in Shenmue, or going through Hong Kong, different, you know, areas in Hong Kong, or Kowloon, or, you know, Guilin or Iguishan, or whatever at the end of Shenmue 2, and you know, talking to different characters and throughout the game, where, you know, Goro or Tom, or, you know, Ren or Joy, or, you know, just certain, you know, characters you come across. And there was like an actual reward. I think it was $80. That there's this, like, this was its Shenmue telecom thing where you can actually talk to certain characters that you met, you sort of befriended through the previous games. Like, you could talk to Nozomi and stuff like that, the telephone and stuff like that, which I think's interesting. I'm looking forward to see what that's about. Sorry, FG knows. To see what that's all about though, when the game finally is released. The thing is though, we're not going to see it for quite some time. Like, it's not supposed to come out, like it said the estimated date is December 2017. I'll actually be surprised if it actually comes out then, and by then I suspect it won't be released until at least 2018. Most Kickstarters don't tend to meet their release dates anyway. Like, for example, Shovel Knight, I think the estimated date for it was September 2013, and it didn't come out until the following June. And there's a bunch of other ones that had, I think Mighty Number 9, I think, was supposed to come out spring this year, and it's not coming out now until September, I believe. So yeah, like I don't expect that date to stick though, to be honest though. Like, I'd be really surprised if it does though, but I suspect it will probably hit sometime to 2018 though, which is a fair ways off. It's another 3 years at least anyway, so, but heck, I can wait. I've waited for nearly 14 years for it to occur. I can wait another 3 years. There's plenty of games to play now until that fateful day when I have Shenmue 3 in my hands and put it in the PS4, the PC, and just play it, just with a big smile on my face, and just like, well, Darren, it's finally here. Let's go with Rio, let's go and just explore these areas in China and just, you know, fall in love with the series all over again. If you hear in the background, no, that's music. It's the Shenmue orchestra version. It's basically certain themes and stuff like that. I don't even think some of these themes are actually in the game, or there might be certain ones, different ones. But some of them are, of course. The first one you heard at the start of the video is Shenmue Sage Tree, which is basically Shenmue main theme, and it's played at the end of the game, that particular version, and it's actually my favourite video game theme of all time. I absolutely love it. It's just so beautiful and powerful to listen to, in my opinion, though. I just love the instruments used throughout, so I do. It's just so beautiful, just really beautiful to listen to, though, certain parts, though. And yeah, I think I'll do now. I've kind of rambled on enough now. Like, you pretty much know how much I love the series. If you know me for quite some time, you know how much I love the Shenmue series. Look, heck, I've got the games right here to prove it, though. I've got Shenmue, Shenmue 2, Shenmue, and I've got, you know, Shenmue 2, the Xbox version. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to play through them again, because the fact is, it's been quite some time since I played through them. So it has, and I'm definitely going to enjoy playing through them again. It's been at least I think at least 5 years since I've played through them anyway, so I'll definitely be playing them sometime in the future anyway, before I, you know, play Shenmue 3. So I'll be playing the Shenmue, I'll be playing the Dreamcast version, I'd say, because it's the one I prefer over the Xbox version of Shenmue 2. But I cannot wait to play through them again, and, you know, fall in love with the series all over again, just like I did back in the early 2000s. So I do. It's just been quite some time since they've come out now, and like I say, gaming industry has changed, though, and it's just gonna be interesting to see what Shenmue 3 is when it's released. In 2017, 2018, whatever it may be. But I'm so glad that Yu Suzuki finally got what he wanted, though. He wanted to see Shenmue 3 happen. He wanted to see people, you know, be happy, save it, thrown away, and pledge towards it, and they did. A lot of people did. I think it was over 60,000 backers, I believe. And pledged, as I said, $6.3 million. So yeah. Anyway, that's all for Shenmue. Now, I probably will do a video in the future about just little wee Darrow's Gaming Dead on Shenmue 1 or 2 or both. Might do a let's play perhaps. That might take some time to just go through. We never know, you never know. We'll just have to wait and see. It'd be great if the Shenmue 1 and 2 were remastered, like HD remastered, and like released on current gen. Sega, please do that. That'll be good. Thank you, and goodbye.